Hello, super happy to introduce you to Chris Ishoo. Is your
Issue.
Ishoo. Okay. And he has a little story because at the beginning I didn't know where you are from. So we are very happy to have one of the persons that are helping develop paddle not just in the US but worldwide and make a difference. So welcome, Chris.
Thank you, Rose. Thank you.
If someone asks who is Chris Ishoo,
Issue.
who is Chris Ishoo, what do you want them to know? Who are you?
Normally, like people talk about who are you. It's my background is something, and who I am. My as a person, for me, I like to be fair, kind, respect. That's one of my who I am. I respect everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter your money. You don't have money. I don't care. I really don't care. For me, this is my personality. To be my first thing, I'm a kind. That's my. If you say who I am, kindness is. I think if you ask people around me, they will tell you that respectful and kind. That's
a lot. Nowadays, when everybody's in a rush, they don't have time even just to be warm with people involved. So, what do you do with paddle right now?
Today, I have created a investment company in US called EEP Capital, and our goal in our company is to grow paddle. It started in North America, but our idea is to grow it everywhere we can with the knowledge that we bring from our company. So that's our goal is to grow paddle in general in the right way. And we have seen, my background, I grew up in Sweden, and I think Sweden was the first country that actually made paddle to a business.
Yeah.
How to make money in paddle. But at the same time, we did a lot of mistakes in Sweden. So we are learning from that and saying, okay, where and how should we do it going forward?
Oh, that's super
and
interesting.
What not to do is as important as what to do.
Yeah, they say sometimes you learn, sometimes you win, right?
Yeah.
So that's a big difference. But going back a little bit, how did you discover paddle?
Actually, first time it was 2013. It started in the city I grew up in. It's called Uppsala. One of the guys there, he brought a paddle and said, come and play. And actually, I sponsored that club with small money. And I said, what is it? And I played the first time. And to be honest, it just, like everybody, it just clicked.
Yeah.
And that was 2013. We played. And 2018, I moved to Spain.
Oh, wow.
And there I started business actually through a guy who called me and said, I want to buy some courts. Can you get yourself involved? And I said, no, I don't think so. But then I saw the big boom, and that's how it started. I'm a guy that if I'm doing something, I do it 100% or I don't do it at all.
Like all in, right?
Yes, all in. So then I visited maybe 20, 25 factories, even in Turkey. Okay. So I want to know what I'm doing before. So I visited and I bought from many of the big companies, and we installed in big clubs.
But now you have your own courts too, right?
Not my own, no.
But
yeah, I cooperate with a company called Sky.
Okay.
It's a Madrid-based company, but today they have a factory in Monterrey, Mexico.
Oh.
And that was one of the key points for me when I'm entering US. I don't want to do it. The logistic, it's too far. And so today they have it, but I work exclusively with them for now. So
super interesting. I didn't know about that, but I travel to Mexico very often. I love it. And Monterrey has been the industrial city forever. And I think they lost a little bit of the chance with tech while Guadalajara took advantage of that and they are coming back. But at the same time, now with the super peso and all the near-shoring wave, they're positioning themselves very well. So it makes a lot of sense. Like Tesla has a factory over there too. So it's I think, a very smart movement in order to both sides of the continent.
I normally say if you remember when Sweden got like that boom, I know a lot of the companies, but still now a lot of markets is coming at the same time. And when this boom comes in a couple of years everywhere, it will be difficult to get court. So for me, I need to be in
the
steps
supply
ahead.
is
Supply needs to be, because you will have that challenge to do it in a good way, quality deliveries. It's not just people think that paddle court is a paddle court. To build a club, there are many things that you need to know and understand.
Yeah, not just the dynamics, but also security and so on. I totally agree. Why do you think paddle is so engaging?
I think as a human beings, we want to be good at stuff. That's, to be honest, I think that's the first thing paddle makes you feel very fast. I have never seen a sport that creates so many experts so fast because as soon as they play, and that's actually one of the things that I do when I invest in clubs, I explain that in new market. In the beginning, they will play. People will come and play. But very fast, they start to say, no, I don't like this turf. I don't like the lights. It creates a lot of experts very fast because it makes you feel the first time you hit from the glass,
magic.
Yes, that magic happens and you get addicted. And paddle is either you love it that much and you want to play all the time, right? That's the
super engaging and social, right?
Yes,
like also it's also two couples.
And it's close, you are close to each other, fun. No, it's just a beautiful sport to normally I say when we see I know that I know Alex Ruiz and Javier Rico and all of them, they play on different planets. That's something else.
Superheroes.
Yes. But still, when I can play with them, they can have fun. For me, it's fun. Maybe not to them. But in tennis, I cannot play tennis with an 11-year-old tennis player.
No.
Impossible, because I don't have. This is the big difference in padel. They can lower the level and still have laugh and fun on every level.
Yeah, it's super inclusive. It's like golf with having your handicap somehow, right? Like you feel you can do it and be part of that game. Not really, but you don't feel excluded. And that makes a difference. I totally agree. From let's say business point of view, what does EE Capital does? Like, how does it work? What kind of opportunities are you looking for?
For me, is about I saw what happened in different, like in Europe, in Sweden, so when I think about how I'm doing it, structuring the business, is that I'm handpicking absolutely what I think is the best. Not just the club. It's about location. It's about the program. It's about the coaching. Because one of the mistakes people do, they think that padel club, you can do it as a gym. You can open 100. No, I'm sorry. It's such a personal thing. You go for the person that runs that club. You want to feel the community. You want to feel this. I see. If I see Rose there every day, that's the. So I look for that kind of stuff and location, and I don't mind if the name is Padel House or Padel Park or Babe. It doesn't matter, as long as I see the opportunity, the location, the right people, I will invest. And for the growth of the business. So for us, it's for our businesses. We are minority owners in several of clubs already. And that's the model, and we will continue grow the padel business in North America and around the world, hopefully.
I'm super excited about San Francisco. I used to live there for 4 years, and somehow I left my heart in San Francisco. So watching that it's gonna open there, I think could be like amazing for the Bay Area, and there's a big opportunity, and the way they think about growth and so on. So first of all, congrats, Julian. I think it's part of the team too, and I love it. But how do you envision the growth in the US? Because it's a country that is a continent by itself.
I think as everything, a business, we need to be careful because it will come a stage where it gets overestablished. That's why I'm very, very careful with the investments I do, the location, with which people, which courts, all of that. Because example, in US, there is a lot of money. People see this now, it's getting big. And the risk that I see is like, yeah, I take whatever rent, and everything goes that fast up will drop every time. So you need to understand. So I'm thinking about this kind of things when I do the investment, if it makes sense what I'm saying.
A lot. Also, you've been talking about Alex Ruiz, Javi Rico, and so on. Alex is one of your investors.
Yes.
How does that work? Because I love when like sports people get into their first investments and thinking about what's next in their career. Yeah. How is that relationship? Not just specifically with him, but with the...
I understand. For me, the first one is like we have 14 NHL players too, sports figures.
Okay.
So that was the basic. When we created this big company, we did it in a way because I know I need star quality in US. That's how Sweden started. Because people will follow and see, and you need to get people into your door. Because padel, I normally say, if 10 people come in, you should be able to keep 8 there if you do it right, because 4 people doesn't come in at the same level, right? So as a coach, you need to be aware. You need to say, okay, you go play. So the experience is amazing first time. And example with Alex Ruiz and players, I think the uniqueness of them, Spain, Argentina is light years ahead of everybody else. That means that the top 50, 100 players of the world today will be very unique in upcoming 5, 10, 15 years because they are so far ahead. So why I'm involving them today is that I know when this goes all over the world, they will be very unique as a business people, Also, when they quit their careers, they will be very important when we grow the padel business. That's why I'm involved.
Totally agree. To me, they are like the super ambassadors that are going to be needed worldwide to develop padel. So they are key for the ecosystem, and they are those that you admire. Like when we write, I don't know, in 100 years, the story of what's going on, they are going to be like the evangelists somehow.
Yes, they will.
And it's a kind of a mission, but I don't know if they're aware of that or not. Because when I'm in Spain, many of the things related to padel, they feel like it's given. They don't really understand the privilege it is to stay here and have this ecosystem. So I really like that you're involved with them and making them aware of this opportunity.
And Alex is actually Captain America.
Yeah, he looks like. Have you seen
and his name is nickname is Captain America.
They say that because he looks like that. And I live in Miami. Everyone knows, but the Miami FC, the Messi team, the Inter Miami, they have one jersey that is Captain America because they did an agreement with Marvel. We need to do something with Alex and wear that.
I'm trying to get the idea behind this also is that I want to have like training camp with Alex and his partner and 2 in Padel House. They go for 1 week and put training there. And this is what when we open clubs everywhere, we're going to do this. We're going to take top players, take them to US, 1 week camp, training, and both is good for them. It's good for the sport. It's good for the clubs. So
media-wise and also having that example, makes a lot of sense. Also, there's something that I really like, which is the Pro Padel League, right? Like last year started, I was following it. Everybody was like, oh yeah, there were people when they retire go, but now it's no joke.
No.
So what's your involvement in this competition?
Very close friend of mine. I call him actually, he's my family, Marcos de Pilar. We met 3-4 years ago. We were one of the companies, our Spanish company, EEP Capital, sponsored the World Championship for seniors in Vegas. So that's how I met Marcos, and we just together clicked. And from that point on, he told me that I have an idea. I want to do this. And I think if you ask him, I was the first guy who told him that if you do that, I'm with you. Good. 100%. Because the beautiful thing in that is that I think sports, every sport needs love and hate. You need to create special events, and the sport of padel is such a beautiful thing. And when we are creating something like padel, where you need to play 1 year to win one cup, that will make it special. That's the American way, right?
Yeah.
And we hopefully will do ring. You will do, like, I won NFL, I won NBA. This is what the idea was from the beginning. So I think it's an amazing project. And I just loved it from day one. We were the first team. LA, we were the absolute first franchise. And so I believed in that project from day one. And
I love it. And I really like what you are saying about love and hate, because Romans knew that, like everything since that, to create drama, action, any storytelling, you need to have passion / sex, whatever, but passion, then money, and some kind of action or violence or something like that in order to make like the perfect cocktail. So be willing to win and to create that. I think it makes a big difference. So I think you cannot tell us a lot, but what can we expect from the LA Beats this year?
We have 4 top players signed. I will not announce them here because we're going to do it in social media, but it's coming. The level is increasing a lot. But what I can tell you that we have Luis Estrada, number 1 in US. He will playing with us again, and Jordi will play again for LA Beat. These 2 are
already signed.
Yes. And Seba Nerone will continue.
Good.
I will tell you the role, and it will be more clear. But that's what I can tell you right now.
Those names are a lot, so thank you.
But it's coming to our team, coming really, really good, high-level padel players. So the level of padel in PPL will increase dramatically this year and next year for 2024.
Yeah, and to me it's very important what you just said about the first 2 ones that you've said. Why you said that? Because it's Luisito Estrada and Jordi Luján. Both to me are like US players, even if they are not born in the US. That I don't mean that, but they started playing padel in the US, and creating those heroes is important for the rest of the ecosystem, and also for next generation, right? Like if they pick a sport, like, oh no, but this, I've seen this game, I like it. So to me, it's very important how to create that padel culture, like how to make people feel like they can play and they want to be like, oh, I want a picture with Jordi, or I want to go and do a clinic with Luisito, something like that. I think would make a difference. So I really like that. We didn't talk about this before, but the first 2 ones that you said are those, and that makes a difference. So I wanted to finish with a very easy question, but easy and open, but where do you see padel in the next 10 years?
Today, I think if I have the numbers right, I think it's 25 million padel players, right, around the world. I am flying to Indonesia tomorrow. I can say for padel. It's I think US is 300 million people, but in Indonesia is 280 million people, something like that. It's a very big market, right? I think in 10 years, 50 to 70 million people will play padel. That's if I have a guess. It will, if it takes 10 years or 15, but we are going. Padel will be the second biggest sport play, like in Argentina, like in Spain. After football, I think padel will be the second biggest sport around the world.
Yeah, and if you do the numbers, like how much do they pay to play and the equipment and that is a big business. But what I like of this conversation is that for you is first padel and then the business, right? Like developing this, and on top of that, there's something that is related to business, but I think it's amazing because it's engaging, it's social, it's healthy, and at the same time is what they say, doing good but doing well, right?
This is what the world needs today. We need more sports. We need more be kind to each other, have fun. So, and padel is an amazing way of doing it. and with the hospitality part, with the paddle, you go, you take a beer before or after. That's the beautiful part of it. You don't need to be professional. When you go play football as a hobby, you take it serious. Yeah. But paddle, you can actually go and have fun. Yes. Of course, there's seriousness to it.
Yeah, but there are different moments.
Yes.
It's totally different. You come to Spain very often, right?
I live in Spain.
In Torrevieja, right?
In Torrevieja, yeah.
Alicante.
Yes.
Super nice people there.
Amazing.
And you are not just into paddle, but also you have I don't know if it's a side or another passion sport.
I have several businesses.
Okay.
I have like energy company where we translate Spanish invoicing to 6 different languages.
Wow. We have to talk about that with my techie hat.
Yeah. Good. And one of the other project, I grew up with one of my closest friends. His name is Reza Madda. Mm-hmm. He was a former UFC fighter. So when I moved to Spain, he came and said, what can we do? So the idea came up. So we created with All Stars team from Sweden, where there are top fighters like big names, still to Alexander Gustafsson. So we created a concept where we created normal gym, CrossFit gym, outdoor gym. It's like a jungle when you are training in our gym. But we have where one part is fighting because they are like an attraction. People want to say, I train with a UFC fighter at the same gym. So that concept today has got bigger. So we are actually opening, hopefully, one in Mexico City.
Good. So how many do you have? Right
today, we have like one in Sweden, where the ownership is the founders of All Star. And we have Spain, that it's the concept. Because in Sweden, it's an MMA gym. In Spain, it's a concept. Now we're opening in Mexico City, and hopefully next one in Sydney.
Oh, cool.
So that's same thing there. We are doing it. The idea behind that is fighting is, I think, the 3rd, 4th biggest, fastest growing sport in the world. And we want to do it in a way where we help fighters to become fighters and actually become business people afterwards. So it's not just fight and go fancy clothes and money and then you stop fighting, because it's a very difficult sport. So it's a concept that sport today, I love to be involved in sports.
I love it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.